Hey there, I'm Colin, and I'm one of many second-generation employees here at Gregg Distributors. Hey Dad. Today, we're going to take it easy on Gear Up with Greggs and give our feet a break. So let's talk about how crown mats can keep you standing upright. First, how did we get here? When did mats or floor coverings become such an important part of our homes and places of work? Well, archaeologists believe that the earliest floor coverings were made as far back as 25,000 years ago. Ancient people used tree bark and other foliage to create a type of floor mat for their dwellings. After all, even primitive people didn't like travelers tracking in dirt. Not long after, humans invented the life-changing practice of weaving to make certain textile goods, like clothing. The first recorded use of woven floor mats was in Mesopotamia, about 6,000 years ago, and archaeologists all over the world have found this type of woven mats near fire pits at hundreds of excavation sites. Then, to fast forward this history lesson, in the early 1800s, a new type of mat was created using the leftover products from traditional weaving looms. Talk about recycling, eh? The discarded pieces of yarn, called thrums, were collected and pulled through a base of a straw or some other sturdy material. The practice, known as rug hooking, became very popular across most of Europe. Then, as the 20th century dawned and the modern era began, the set of materials used to make floor mats expanded. Across America, people used everything from straw and burlap to canvas. But it wasn't until the Industrial Revolution was in full swing that the floor coverings we see and enjoy today started to be made from rubber and petroleum-based materials. Today, Crown Matting Technologies continues to manufacture and deliver products with strength and character. They've been in operation for over 70 years and persist as pace setters for commercial and industrial matting. Through the use of innovative technologies, crown mats strive to support some of the hardest working members of our labor force. Now that we're up to date on our history, let's wipe off our boots and talk about some of the many different types of mats Crown Mats has developed. This mat is the Corrugated Switchboard Runner, and it's been designed for use around computers, fuse boxes, control panels, and even switchboards. The purpose of this mat is to provide comfort when standing on top of it, and most importantly, to help prevent a worker from getting a shock. This runner has been designed with non-conductive vinyl for shock prevention. This specific mat has been proof tested to handle a 20,000 volt shock. Also, these V-groove patterns for added grip provide safety for the operator. It's all around safety in one simple product. Now, let's take a step onto some anti-fatigue style mats. Anti-fatigue mats are primarily used to decrease foot and lower limb discomfort for workers who spend most of their time standing in one position. Think of people like your grocery store cashier or the good-looking counter staff at your local Gregg Distributors. Anti-fatigue mats absorb the shock caused by walking and provide a cushioning effect in order to reduce foot pain and even some foot-related disorders. There are many types of mats that are sold as anti-fatigue. But when it comes to choosing a mat, consider the following. First, know the purpose of the mat. An anti-slip mat can be very different compared to an anti-fatigue mat. Make sure to choose a mat that matches your needs best. Next, the thickness of the mat. Softer and thicker mats may not always be the better choice for your application. Choose a mat that provides some elasticity and bounce, but at the same time, make sure it's not so soft that a worker feels like they cannot stand comfortably. You want a solid support system under your feet, not a pillow top mattress. Finally, know the environment the mat will be used in. A mat, regardless of its style or design, should not slip around or create a tripping hazard. If you can, try to look for a mat that has a sloped or beveled edge, as this style can help prevent trips and also allows wheelchairs, carts, or other wheeled devices to roll over them more easily. Cleanliness should also be considered. In some workplaces, such as the food and service industry, being able to properly clean the mats is important for health and safety. However, using an anti-fatigue mat may not provide all the solutions you need. Discomfort, tiredness, and sore feet, legs, knees, or hips after long hours of standing can be the result of many different factors. In particular, the type of work, the worker's footwear, and the flooring material can all contribute to foot fatigue. With that in mind, we here at Gregg's would recommend you look into our various lines of footwear, like Baffin, which we did a video on. One of our many good-looking customer service staff members would be happy to help you find the right boot or shoe for you. Now, Crown Mats carries a variety of anti-fatigue matting, such as the Dura-Step 2. This mat has a modular design, which allows you to customize the layout. This can be especially helpful in larger work areas or smaller garages, where the area that needs to be covered may change shape or size. This heavy-duty, 100% nitrile rubber mat is perfect for any wet or oily areas, as it is resistant to a wide range of oils and fluids. And it features large drain holes that allow liquids to be drained away from the surface. The grit-safe, high-traction coating also provides the added benefit of extreme slip resistance, which makes this mat ideal for machine shops and auto manufacturers. Another anti-fatigue mat is the Tuff-Spun foot lover. This mat, much like the Dura-Step 2, relieves stress on a worker's knee, foot, and ankle pressure points. That means that for light-duty applications, such as cashier stations, service counters, and mailrooms, this mat will be the most economical and appropriate choice. However, remember that the use of mats requires some caution, as they can lead to tripping and falling accidents when not placed properly. But the Tuff-Spun foot lover has been designed with beveled edges and two styles of slip-resistant patterns, pebbled and ribbed, in order to make sure you stay standing upright. Fun fact, does the material look familiar to you? Well, if you've ever put in an earplug, you might find that the material is very similar. Crown also produces bulk material that is used in the production of many of the earplugs on the market today. But what about the standard entrance mat, like the kind you see when you first walk into a place of business or a home? Well, Crown Mats has many options available. Let's focus on the Rely-On Olefin. This wiper mat has been designed to hold up to 1 gallon of water per square yard and to contain fine dust and dirt so that there's less mess tracked into the building. The Rely-On Olefin is also vinyl backed in order to stop moisture from leaking through the mat and onto the floor. If you're looking for an environmentally conscious option, the needle rib is for you. This mat has a unilateral rib pattern on top of a vinyl backing in order to better trap moisture and any particulates that could dirty or scratch the floor. How is it environmentally conscious though? That's a good-looking question. Well, needle rib surface is made from 50% PET recycled fiber. PET is polyethylene terephthalate, otherwise known as plastic, used in clear bottles. Did you know that 10 plastic PET bottles can make up to 1 pound of polyester fiber? And recycling this type of bottle takes 8 times less energy than the production of a new one. Through the use of this recycled PET fiber, the needle rib mat can take you one step closer to being environmentally friendly. So, the next time you walk into a local business, look down and appreciate the history you were literally standing on top of. If you want to know more about our range of crown mats, please don't hesitate to call. You'll receive some great Canadian hospitality. Or you can leave us a comment down below. Or you can visit our good-looking website at greggdistributors.ca. Again, I'm Colin, and thanks for wiping your feet and watching Gear Up with Greggs.